Once upon a time, after the great flood, the people of the earth were united. They all spoke the same language, shared the same words, and together, they dreamed of building something extraordinary. They dreamed of creating a tower so tall it would reach the heavens, a symbol of their greatness and power. With determination in their hearts, they began to build, day after day. They stacked brick upon brick, brick upon brick. The tower grew higher and higher. As the people became prouder and prouder, they said, "Let us make a name for ourselves, so we won't be scattered across the earth." But as the tower reached for the sky, something inside them changed. They started thinking they were like gods. They believed that they had the power to reach heaven itself, but they forgot something important, which is humility. You see, when we begin to trust in our own strength and pride, we forget the one who gave us our abilities and wisdom. And that's where the danger lies. Seeing their arrogance, knew that was not the way. He understood that if they were left to their pride, nothing would be impossible for them. The people would only grow more and more arrogant, and their pride would lead them to destruction. So, God decided to step in with a single command. He changed everything in an instant. He confused their language so that no one could understand each other anymore. Imagine this. One person speaks to their neighbor, but the neighbor can no longer understand the words. In a panic, the builders realized that they could no longer work together. The once unified people, now scattered by their inability to communicate, could no longer finish the tower. And so, the Tower of Babel stood unfinished, a monument to human pride and the wisdom of God's intervention. The people, no longer united, spread out across the earth. And from that moment on, the world was filled with different languages, each group speaking in a way that the others couldn't understand. The Tower of Babel reminds us that pride comes before a fall. It teaches us that no matter how strong we think we are, we should always humble ourselves before God, for in the end, it's not our pride that builds our future, but our humility and faith in God. The story of the Tower of Babel teaches us a powerful lesson about the dangers of pride. When we let our ambitions grow unchecked and forget our humility, we risk losing sight of what truly matters. Just as the people of Babel sought to make a name for themselves, believing they could reach the heavens, we too can become blinded by our own pride. The story reminds us that our strength and wisdom come from God, and without Him, we can do nothing. Humility is the key to building a strong future, and it is through faith in God that we can overcome challenges and truly achieve greatness. What can we learn from the Tower of Babel about the dangers of pride and the importance of humility? How do you think the people felt when they could no longer understand each other? If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring content. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this story. Let us know how you interpret the moral lesson in the comments.